Sebastian didn't look at Sabrina as he spoke. "You heard me." Sabrina nervously fiddled with her filthy clothes. "Sir, this joke isn't funny at all," she replied softly. Sebastian sneered, "Wasn't it your plan to marry me all along?" His intense gaze cut through Sabrina's thin, sunken face, forcing her to look at him. She shuddered and turned away, but Sebastian squeezed her chin, making her face him. She noticed his handsome, rugged features and well-tailored suit, contrasting sharply with her dirty, mold-covered clothes and disheveled hair. The thought of marrying such a distinguished man seemed absurd to her. Lowering her gaze, Sabrina murmured, "Do you think just because I've been in jail for 2 years and haven't seen a man, I'd marry any random ugly man I'd never met?" Sebastian's interest was piqued by her sharp tongue and calm demeanor, though it only increased his disgust. "Are you trying to anger me and make me interested in you?" he asked coldly, not waiting for her response before ordering the driver to the city hall. Horrified, Sabrina struggled to get out of the car. Sebastian pinned her against the seat with his elbow, glaring at her. "You'll be dead if you dare get off the car," he threatened. Sabrina, tears in her eyes, pleaded, "I don't want to die." "Straight to the city hall?" asked the assistant. Noticing Sabrina's dirty clothes, the assistant suggested, "Return to the Ford residence." Sebastian agreed, and the driver started the engine. 1.5 hours later, they arrived at the grand Ford residence. As Sebastian pulled Sabrina along, she had to jog to keep up with his long strides. The maids bowed politely, greeting Sebastian as he handed Sabrina over to them. "Find her some clean clothes and let her take a bath," he ordered. Sabrina, deep in thought, realized too late that the maids had already stripped most of her clothes off. Noticing bruises on her neck, one maid remarked they looked like love bites. Sabrina, embarrassed, insisted on bathing herself. The maids, assuming she was just a maid, left, muttering sarcastically about her promiscuity. Outside, one maid saw Sebastian and fell silent in fear. In the bathroom, Sabrina looked at her reflection, tears of anger and shame streaming down her face. Sebastian's harsh voice interrupted her thoughts, calling her filthy. She covered herself quickly, retorting that her condition had nothing to do with him. Sebastian, convinced she was a skilled swindler, told her they would marry and then divorce after 3 months, offering her money to leave afterward. The maids in the yard were silent, aware of Sebastian's ruthless nature. Sebastian, an illegitimate son who had fought his way to control the Ford family, remembered his painful past. His mother, tricked into staying in his father's marriage, had been imprisoned but wished for Sebastian to marry her cellmate, Sabrina, before she died. Sebastian had reluctantly agreed, investigating Sabrina and suspecting her motives. His thoughts were interrupted by a maid's frantic announcement that Sabrina had escaped by jumping out of the window.